Once upon a time there lived a little frog. His name was Leap. And one day Leap decided to try something new, something he hadn't done before. Take a bite from an apple. This was a difficult task though, because the only apple tree was a very long way from Leap's home. But even with that being the case, he went in search. A couple of days came and went, and so did many astounding new sights, smells, and sounds to Leap's ears. He saw large hills that seemed to climb over the clouds. He smelled the sweet smell of a golden liquid that he found out was called honey. But at night, he heard growls. Growls that scared Leap, and almost convinced him to go back home. But Leap was courageous, and he pressed onward at his journey. On the 5th day of travel, Leap came across a river. But this was no ordinary river. This river had large green logs within. Leap had never seen these, so because he was so curious, he just hopped towards them. But something happened that surprised Leap. One of the green logs talked.
"Hello, little froggy,"
"Hello, Mr. Log," said Leap.
"Log?" The mysterious stranger let out a deep, hearty laugh. "I am no log. I am an alligator."
"An alligator?"
Leap said.
"I've never seen an alligator."
"Ah, but I've seen many frogs, young one." The alligator leaned closer. "They are quite delicious."
"I'm not afraid of you, Mr. Alligator."
And Leap wasn't.
He didn't know why, but he wasn't.
"You are a foolish frog," said the alligator. "Why do you pass through our riverbed?"
Leap answered, "I'm in search of the mighty apple tree."
The alligator eyes widened. "The apple tree? That is quite a journey, young one."
"I know,"
Leap said.
"but I will push on, even in the face of death itself."
The alligator grew respectful for Leap. "Is that so?" The alligator smiled. "Although I would normally eat a small, worthless frog such as you, I will make an exception, because you are not worthless, young one." Leap asked,
"Will you take me across the riverbed? It is quite a long swim."
"You trust me?" the alligator said.
"No, but I must,"
said Leap. The alligator then allowed Leap to hop upon his back, and he swam to the other side of the river.
"Thank you,"
said Leap. "You're welcome, and keep pushing forward." And with that, the alligator went back into the river. Leap then hopped on. On the 10th day, Leap was tired and hungry. He was tempted to find shelter, and so he did. Leap found a round metal cave. It was engraved, "Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup." Leap rested within its walls. The next morning, Leap was awoken by a loud booming sound. A sound that was completely alien to Leap. A sound that was not that of a forest. When exiting the metal cave, Leap saw something incredible. A long trail made of rock, with giant metal things traveling along it. These were not living things, Leap knew. But the air was so cold around him, because the metal things traveled at such a high speed, faster than wild boar even. Leap must travel across this path. He has to. So Leap drew in a large breath and pressed on towards the rock. The rock was hot beneath his feet. So Leap took one hop, being careful not to run into or be run over these metal objects. Then he hopped again. One hop. Vroom. Hop 2. Vroom vroom. Hop 3. Vroom whoosh. Over and over again, until he got to his 38th hop and reached the other side.
Oh, you trying to get nasty now, huh? Oh, you dead. You dead. So, oh, all right. You gonna bring your boys? You gonna bring your boys?
I believe this.
I confess.
Thing ain't even here yet. Oh, yeah. The wall, man. I don't believe this shit. 6 months without a weekend, the goddamn transporters are 5 minutes late. And that's 5 minutes R&R I ain't never gonna get back.
Hey, relax, baby. We're on vacation. Yo, this game's layers, man.
You step up, I'll step up for. 'Cause I'm trying to be with you forever. No matter what we gon' do, you step up, I'll step up too. It don't matter what the haters say, as long as you are my boo. No matter how hard it gets, this love will have no regrets.
I think he likes you.
Oops.
Many minutes. Then he hopped towards it, getting closer and closer and closer, his reflection in the shiny apple surface grown larger and larger, until he stood beside it. He then closed his eyes and leaned in to take a bite. Leap opened his mouth and closed it around the tough apple surface. The distinctive sound of crunching filled the air, as a chunk of the apple was now missing from the actual apple, but was instead within Leap's mouth. Leap stood there eating the apple for hours, bite by bite, savoring the sweet taste, and Leap was happy.